What's going on? It's your dog Artman the Great, and I'm back with another boxing conversation. Yeah, hold on. My glasses look a little crooked, don't they? Hold on. Hold on. No, I'm straight. Um, Shout out to everybody who's a fan of the channel, a fan of the master artwork. Shout out to all my clients, all my supporters, fans, and friends and family. Um, Speaking of family, man, you know, as a man, it's very important that you bring home a check for your family so you can cover the bills, make sure they have a place to stay, you know, food in the refrigerator, all that shit. And what right now, what Marv Nation and Pro Bellum is doing to Regis Prograde is fucking crazy. It's nuts. For those who don't know, Regis Prograde just tweeted that he hasn't been paid yet. He's a champion and hasn't been paid yet. Lord, and that shit is not fucking good. Man, I don't like hearing that shit at all because one, these brothers go in the ring and they risk their fucking lives getting punched on and shit. You know what I'm saying? Knocking out some brain cells. You know what I'm saying? That shit, you just don't want to do something like that for free. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? If that's the case, he should have fought Cepeda on motherfucking YouTube. You know what I'm saying? For free, nigga, because hell no. My brother needs his motherfucking money straight up. And we ain't playing no games until that shit is fucking in his fucking account. Straight up. Marv Nation, Pro Bellum, get that man his motherfucking money, bro, before it be some motherfucking problems. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? Says Sup Art Man. Shout out to you, man. Boxing MMA 365. Yeah, man, I'm just chilling like dude. Said, but the dude who got KO'd got paid. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if that's the case. I really don't know. I don't know. I've heard things that the guy that's on the undercard, what's that brother name? Conwell? I heard he didn't get paid either. But for those who don't know, let me go ahead and read this tweet to bring everybody up to speed. So the brother Regis Prograde tweeted today. He said, I deposited my first check Monday while I was in LA. Today, the bank emailed me saying the check bounced because of insignificant funds. Somebody better find out what the F is going on before I click the F out. Says sources say he got paid but not Regis. Shit. I don't know. I don't know. And today's conversation has folks thinking, man, hold on, man. Marv Nation, BLK, these are some new promotional companies that don't really have a long history in the sport. Can this happen to the brother Bud, Terrence Bud Crawford? I hope not. I don't want nothing like that to happen to Terrence Crawford, but right now, that type of stuff will have me looking at my people like, yo, you sure my check gonna clear on motherfucking on December 11th? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I don't got time to be running to Twitter telling niggas I ain't get paid. Nah, we not doing that here. Hell no. This is some crazy shit. Right now, I got boxing looking at everybody like, hold on, man. Real shit. Said Regis and Bud better order up. Shit better. Because that's some wild shit, man. I can't even get down like that, dude. So they gonna pay Bud and PPV loads. They gonna get that nigga Bud some motherfucking see, we got $50,000 cash right here, and then the rest we got some Popeyes and Target gift cards if you want it. I mean, the gift cards. Said these shell companies popping up in boxing, washing fucking money. Duh, and a fucking blind man can see that shit. What company? What company you know out here willing to give up fucking half of 10 million up front for a fucking Bud versus David Avenesian fight? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I don't know about that shit, man. Said Regis versus Gary Antoine. That would be a good fucking fight. Gary Antoine, he need to tighten up on that defense, but he do got that power, man. And Regis got that power too. That would be a fucking great fight. Do I think Regis is a better boxer fundamentally than Gary? I don't know, man. To be honest, in my eyes, that's looking like a real 50-50 fight. It's looking real 50-50-ish. Said PPV loans is guaranteed money, but not be that fucking lucky. Hey, man, shit. Shit. Hopefully. Hold on, y'all. Man. Sorry about that. Shit. Said, look, Bud lied about that. He signed 2 or 3 deals for 10 million. Yeah, like that motherfucker gotta be lying because I just don't believe it. I do not believe that a company gave him $5 million up front for one fight deal against David Avanesian. I can see somebody gave him that up front for Errol Spence Jr. fight, but a motherfucking David Avanesian fight, man, that shit's just not adding up. And I'ma just keep it 1,000. That shit seems like some money laundering shit to me. It definitely do. This unknown company comes with fucking $10 million up front, or half of 10 million, 5 million up front. Come on, bro. And then come to find out that their headquarters or whatever, one of the investors' headquarters is fucking what? I believe they said it was Ireland, somewhere over in Europe. And I'm like, yo, come on, man. Shit not fucking added up. Say yes, Gary need better defense. He getting hit too much like Regis used to. Yeah, and I ain't like that. I didn't like that at all. But the motherfucker, he could fight. He could fight. He a dog in there too. He stopped Postal, and that's one of Bud's best wins. So we'll see it. But I'm gonna keep it 100 because somebody already called me a coon. They said, "Oh, man, you a coon because you don't support Bud and him making money for his family and all that shit." Nigga, I support black men doing what it takes to get provide for their family, but I'm not gonna support bullshit. Don't sit up here and tell me that Bud is getting money from a black-owned business and he's helping his black family out with fucking $10 million up front, nigga. Where this shit it just doesn't sound right because you're not gonna sit here and tell me I'm a coon for not supporting this shit when this guy literally dropped one of the biggest fights in Black American history to happen. He fucking canceled the fight with Errol Spence and him, which was going to set the tone for a lot of black fighters to come to say, you know what? We need to make our own monumental fight like a Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight. You know what I'm saying? That shit would have set the tone for many black people to come. So I don't want to hear this guy selfishly backing out of that fight for a quick come up. Seriously. Said he really not worth 10 million up front. Hell no, bro. Hell no. And I respect Bud in the ring, but hell no. Regis versus Bud on Black Prime. Bet it up. Nah, you know what I said last night though? I said plot twist. AB versus Bud on pay-per-view Black Prime. Real shit. Said BLK Prime Investor headquarters in Ireland smells like Kinahan clan. I'm saying though, like, come on, bro. And then, man, like, there's people that's even following this shit better than I am. There's a guy on Twitter. His name is Bay. It's like Bay J or something. And this guy, he goes in and he's pulling up fucking receipts. So let me read this for y'all real quick. The guy Bay J, he tweeted on Twitter right here. Hold on. He tweeted on Twitter. He said, "Sam Kuskowski might be the luckiest guy in boxing with all this new money. First, Marv Nation. Marv Nation is the company that Regis is supposed to be paying Regis. So first, Marv Nation, who partnered up on cards with Pro Bellum, Daniel Kinahan's Pro Bellum. They go big on the purse bid for his fighter Pregre, and then he lands a job at Black Prime. So this guy Sam Kadowski, this guy right here, apparently he worked with Marv Nation, Pro Bellum, and now he's working with BLK. That's not fishy at all. That's not fishy at all. So this guy worked with Marv Nation, Pro Bellum, and now BLK. Man, I might have to put my tinfoil kufi on for this one, y'all. I might just have to put my tinfoil kufi on because shit is just not adding up. Man, like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, y'all making boxing look bad, man. It's obvious money laundering, but I want to know how do you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I don't even want to. I don't even want to dive into that, y'all. Said boxing is the easiest place to wash money. Everyone is corrupt. Yeah, everybody's corrupt. Say you don't got to be a detective to add this shit up, our man. Yo, I swear, I don't even because look, I be thinking to myself like, man, if I can see this, I'm just a nigga in Minnesota smoking some good tree watching boxing. If I can see this shit, I know the federal government and the IRS don't see that shit. But hey, that's not my business, man, for real. But as a boxing fan, I'm not gonna lie, shit's looking real shaky because, like, man, you got niggas out here. We were just showing hella videos of him knocking Cepeda out, cheering and shit, celebrating. And they come to find out this nigga not even getting paid for that shit. Where the fuck they do that shit at, man? Where they do that at, man? This is some crazy shit, man. Said Pool Counter Boxing. What up, Art man? Shout out to you, man. We are here just chopping it up, dude. Speaking of corruption, man, did y'all hear the motherfucking ref that was in the Manny Pacquiao fight about 15, 20 years ago or whatever? And the motherfucker came out and said that, yes, I cheated for Manny Pacquiao by prolonging the fucking count. Man, oh man. I gotta play that shit. Y'all heard that shit? Regis need to tighten up for real. No, real shit, he do. But you heard that shit? Man, that's just some crazy shit. But you know what's so? It's not really crazy to me, to be honest, because we know this stuff already. But to hear them confirm it, it's like, oh damn, now I see. Listen to the way he explains this shit, man. Listen to the way he explains this shit. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back, y'all. Let me get my shit ready. He's on fire. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. Let me play this shit for y'all real quick because this shit is it's nuts, but then again, it's not.
who is they when he said this.
Okay.
And that's what the guy who was
fair use only.
Who is
I'm
that?
playing Dante
But
Boxing
anyway,
Nation.
we're going to go ahead and get into the interview. Check it out.
This is for fair use only.
A chance to fight for the world championship.
Mm-hmm.
So
hold on. This is the for those who don't know. This is the referee that's explaining how he cheated for Manny Pacquiao. Let's listen together, y'all.
I post for my coming back here state, and you know the opponent Hashim or whatever his name is taller, younger, stronger, and dirty fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Managed by Jeff Phoenix, the trainer from Australia. So in the seventh round, I think Manny got knocked down. I thought he's going to get up because his eye is like a cross iron. Because I am a Filipino and everybody's Filipino watching the fight. So I prolonged the count. You know, I know how to do it. Mm-hmm. And when he get up, I still, hey, are you okay? And that's prolonging the fight. Are you okay? Okay, fight. And then Phoenix.
Okay. For those who couldn't understand this nigga Filipino accent, he basically said that, yes, Manny Pacquiao was the hometown fighter, and he's Filipino, and I'm Filipino, and everybody in the crowd is Filipino. And Manny Pacquiao got dropped. He got dropped so fucking hard that motherfucking eyes was fucking crossed. And he was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I basically don't want Manny Pacquiao to lose. So what I'm going to do is basically prolong the count. So he prolonged the count. And then, you know, when Manny Pacquiao finally got up, he did what Jack Reese and Mora did, which is go to the fighter right in their face and say, are you okay? Are you okay? Giving them, by you just keep on repeating that shit, is giving them more time to say, oh shit, yeah, fuck, I'm okay. Now I'm okay, because you just fucking woke me up. But yeah, and then he went on to say things like, I would take a point away from the guy, you know, because he held Manny Pacquiao, and that's giving more time for Manny Pacquiao to give up, to get better recovery time. You know what I'm saying? By him admitting that shit, man, and for him to say it just like that, it reminds me of just how Wilder got done in the Wilder versus Fury fight, the first one and the third fight. Countdown was so fucking long, bro, and I said, man, look, I tell you what, if that was any other fighter in that Wilder Fury situation, I would have said, you know, maybe, you know what I'm saying, maybe it could be a coincidence. But knowing and seeing the documentary, or not documentaries, documentation that says a known mob boss was paid millions for consulting fees on behalf of Tyson Fury, makes me fucking rule out the motherfucking benefit of doubt or just coincidence. Fuck that shit, nigga. Hell no, that dude cheated Wilder. Let's be real. We know cheating happens in boxing, and it was under the WBC, the same commission who's taking pictures with Tyson Fury's mob boss advisor, who is now wanted by the federal government for $5 million. You know what I'm saying? Psst. Crazy, right? Dude, and I don't even be arguing with people no more. I just say how it is, and I just keep it pushing. Because a lot of people be like, oh, Art Man. See, even some people who rock with me, they be like, oh, Art Man, you know, I've been rocking with you, but I just don't believe Tyson Fury cheated. Then when I start asking them questions like, hey, man, if you don't believe Tyson Fury cheated, why the fuck was he banned from the United States of America? Because of the fights that he had in Vegas, which includes Wilder Fury. Why? Oh, I mean, you know, he just partners up with a drug lord, you know, but that wouldn't mean I'm like, bro, so you telling me this motherfucker can be aligned with a wanted mob boss, but cheating in a boxing ring is where you draw the line of suspicion. The fuck out of here, man. Stop talking to me. These niggas are idiots, bro. Come on, man. Said, instead of trying to be slick, Bud just need to move straight direct. He want to beat Spence on all levels. Shit, if he wants to beat Spence, he needs the motherfucker. He should have signed a contract. That shit might be dead in the water. Corruption so bad, over 100 fighters were put on a no-fly list. Can you imagine a basketball team being on a no-fly list because they're involved with a mob boss? Come on, bro. Just for a connection with DK, shout out to good brother Julius. Yeah, shout out to brother Julius. I haven't heard from him in a good minute. Hoping you're doing okay. Said Art Man, do you think Fury will ever box Wilder again because of the ban? You know, I don't know. I really don't know. Because at first I was thinking like maybe Wilder will fuck around and say, fuck it, I'll fight that motherfucker again. This time I'm gonna cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because Wilder don't fucking duck nobody. But I think he's going in the direction of fighting Anthony Joshua because fuck the WBC. You know what I'm saying? Fight Ruiz. I know that's a good fight, but he fight Ruiz, then what? Then he's fucking in line to fight Tyson Fury again. What the fuck? Why not beat Joshua? Become U6 mandatory. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going in that direction. I don't know if he's going in Ruiz's direction because I don't know. I ain't saying Wilder ducking Ruiz, but it's like, come on, bro. Ruiz ain't shit, man. We all know he's going to get knocked out. It's just going to be very entertaining to see him get knocked out. But I don't know. I don't know if Wilder will fight Tyson Fury again. He just might. I'm not sure. Said Tyson Fury needs to be kicked out of the fucking sport. Yeah, man. He needs to be kicked out of the sport for sure. Like, everybody know Tyson Fury cheats, man. Everybody know it. To say Tyson Fury isn't a cheater, that is actually a lie. That is a bold-faced lie to say Tyson Fury is not a cheater because he's documented as a cheater in the sport of boxing. To say Tyson Fury is not in the mob, it's a fucking lie. You want to know why? Because there is documentation saying he is banned from the country for being involved with the Kinahan cartel. To say Tyson Fury never cheat inside of the boxing ring before is a fucking lie. Because there is video footage of this guy cheating Wilder with fucking illegal tactics, fucked up floppy gloves, and him doing the same thing to the fighter Hammer. Or where the fuck he fought that dude at. But yeah, there's footage of a referee stopping this motherfucker and saying, hey, what the fuck? Why is your glove looking like this? So you're telling me a man who's been stopped by the referee for having a faulty glove in the ring couldn't possibly do the same thing in a fight that's on a bigger scale, bigger money, it has bigger meaning to it if he wins this fight? Come on, bro. These niggas is fucking crazy, man. Yeah. But yeah, I get what you're saying. 7-foot coke over here. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that guy. But anyways, man, Bud Crawford though. We gotta touch into that dude. Man, that guy just been out here talking real crazy about Charlo. Every interview bringing up Spence. It's like, man, some of the interviews I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't even watch that shit. I just been seeing them on Twitter just say bullshit because it's like, bro, what can you really say? Like, stop trying to make excuses for it. Said, Art Man, my coworker, big Fury fan, mental health angle here gets him. It's sad because a lot of people who like him because they connected with that angle. Bro, and you know what? To answer that before I go on with that shit, Tyson Fury is right. He is the gypsy motherfucking king. He is the king of gypping motherfuckers. He told the world that he is going to donate his whole Wilder Fury one purse to the homeless. Do you know there's memes today that's still circling today that has like pictures of Tyson Fury looking like an honest man, giving a dude $1, like, yeah, Tyson Fury donated his purse. The lie detector stated that was a motherfucking lie. But I get it though. I get it. If you're not really following boxing like that, like how we are, and media's suddenly pushing propaganda saying this guy's a good guy, this guy's a good guy, this guy's a good guy, and not talking about the guy is banned from the United States of America. The guy is the first boxer in boxing history to be banned from the United States of America. This guy told the public that he that motherfucking he ate boar testicles. It's the reason why he had performance enhancing drugs inside of his system. They're not going to report on how his fucking gang, the Kinahan cartel, pulled up on an old fucking geezer, the farmer, and told his ass, "Hey man, if you start talking about anything about us, we gonna get you whacked off." They're not gonna talk about that shit. They're not gonna talk about how there's multiple fighters who came out and say, "Hey man, Tyson Fury did me wrong. He cheated me." And the motherfucker came out and said, "Dude, with Tyson Fury team or whatever, I was about to fight him. I ate some food at a hotel. Next thing you know, I couldn't fight." You know what I'm saying? They're not going to talk about that. So the fact that they're getting that type of propaganda on a daily basis, it's like, yeah, you will believe that this guy is, an angel. Plus, he's white. So, you know what I'm saying? I have to go into it. He's white as well. Um, a lot of people, they look at Tyson Fury as somewhat of a hero too, because look at it. If you look at it as you know, if you look at it from their point of view, this is a fucking giant white man, and he beat a fucking big black man. He beat a big black American. He beat Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? He's fat. You know what I'm saying? Loser type. You know what I'm saying? A lot of white dudes, a lot of non-white dudes, you know what I'm saying? Little weirdo dudes, they can relate to that type of shit. So they look up to Tyson Fury. So I understand it. I truly understand it. But once they're saying white sources that been feeding them this bullshit, once they finally say, you know what, Tyson Fury did cheat Wilder, and this, and that, they're not going to be surprised, but then they'll start to believe, like, yeah, Tyson Fury is a cheater. But by that time, I'm pretty sure they're going to be long gone and retired. Said Wilder going after AJ, Dillian White got to fight Andy. Yeah, I want to see Dillian White versus Andy Ruiz, man. To be honest, because it's like, man, y'all trying to get Andy Ruiz killed down here, dude. He gonna get fucking knocked the fuck out if he fights Wilder. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. He's gonna get knocked the fuck out. Said send me the link. Yeah, I'll send you a link. We'll chop it up. I'm actually feeling a little sick this afternoon, but I'm trying to thug it out and hit the gym anyways. So let's chop it up before I dip out and do that. Hold on. Send me a message on Instagram again. Send me a message on Instagram again. But yeah, back to Bud, man. That dude's crazy, man. Within every interview that he does, it's like he's making it worse and worse. He goes on motherfucking what's his name? What's the Ball brother's name? Brian Custer. He goes on this channel and he starts talking about how he basically goes to PBC and it's like, fuck him, it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you can't, man. And then you talk about fighting another PBC fighter at that. It's like, nigga, why in the world would I do business with you when you just shitted on me? And then you're on my platform shitting on me. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Damn, man. Shit's just crazy, bro. But shout out to my dude, Cozy Rito, man. What's going on?
Bro, I'm cooling. What's good with you, man? Bud, man, we got to talk about Bud real quick, man. You were completely right. His interview was wild. He's on there. I think Brian Custer said something that was very interesting. He said, um, y'all was going back and forth with the tweets and all that, but Errol said post the draft of the contract, and you never did. So why didn't you do that? And Bud goes, "Ah, man, they would have sued me, man. You know what I'm saying? Da, 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 da. You can't do that. But Arrow should post a contract." It's like this nigga right here, man. We can't take a nigga like that seriously, man. Like real shit, man. He kind of like got scrambled eggs for brains, bro. Like, I don't know, man.
Do you think? You know what I think? Bud is one of those fighters. I think that he spends so much time boxing that he didn't really get the chance to understand like basic, you know, communication skills and learning skills. Like it's just that's what I'm thinking. I'm just chalking up to say that he's not properly educated because he was focused on his craft of boxing.
Absolutely, 100,000%. He is how I'm gonna put this in a very calm way. He's underdeveloped as far as education, intelligence. You can see it's really not there. But the weird thing about it is he thinks he's mad smart. So you could tell in these interviews
Because
he thinks that like he's
he
fooling
has
all of us.
he has somewhat of some money. So of course it's like, man, my skills brought me all this money. Of course I'm smart.
Right, right. And that's just not how it works, man. At the end of the day, there's different types of intelligence in the ring as a boxer, high IQ. I don't take nothing away from Bud. Probably one of the smartest fighters in the sport in the ring. Outside the ring is a different story, though. You feel what I'm saying? And it shows in the interviews, really.
But you know what? I'm gonna put my tinfoil kufi on, y'all. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I would keep my eye on David Avenesian in this camp because in the moves, the people that he's associated with. You know why? Because it's like if they giving you this money like this, and we all know it's a fucking bullshit match. What's the motherfucking catch? Because man, if David Avenesian snatched that belt, Frank Warren, that's his boss. They gonna have him everywhere.
Man.
Now we control the last belt in the motherfucking welterweight division now to become undisputed.
Oh God. No, that's a
Yeah, of
nightmare
course
scenario. And
we'll
you
give
know
you
what's
10
crazy?
We'll give you 10 million up front to get sabotaged in the back end.
And you know what's crazy too? There's no testing for this fight. No drug testing at all.
No drugs
So
at all.
you onto something. You might be onto something, man.
But
I
you
might
know
have to slide
they
that
gonna
tinfoil
say,
kufi
oh,
on too.
Art man, you conspiracy theorist. I'm gonna just keep it 100. None of this is proven factual, right? This is just me saying that, hey, this could be somewhat of a possibility based off the things I know. So don't run with it and say,
All
oh,
you're saying is
Art man is saying this. Nah, it is, bro. I'm just saying I would keep a close eye out.
Listen, man. Here's the thing. Nothing is out of the realm of possibility in a sport as corrupt as boxing. What you're doing is you're putting an educated guess in because let's remember when Marv Nation got the deal with Regis Prograis and Zepeda, there were some people who were speculating, how are they going to pay for this? They paid double the purse bid of the next person and stuff like that. And then there are people like, oh man, y'all going into conspiracies and stuff like that. And
Y'all going to
lo and behold,
conspiracy.
today,
Niggas talking about
saying?
ain't getting my money yet.
Yeah,
Bro,
talking exactly right after niggas.
December 10th is the fucking judgment day. Because
Yes.
everything we need to know about Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence is going to happen after that day.
1000%.
Because let's just say Bud got to go out there and give us a motherfucking Wilder versus Helenius performance. A Nui motherfucking versus Donaire 2 performance. Because if he go in there and get rocked, if he go in there and get dropped, but still win, nigga, that Errol Spence versus Bud fight gonna be looking hella crazy, bro. What if he robs him? Then what? Or what if he looks like Ortiz versus Lomachenko? He puts on that type of performance. If he completely ruins Errol Spence Jr. versus Crawford, bro, like Anthony Joshua did Wilder versus Joshua, I'm gonna be
He got to
pissed.
retire. He got to retire if that happens because
But keep
what is
on
he going to
cooking.
do? Ask for another tune-up? Okay, word. Yeah, see, the thing is, what is he going to do? Ask for another tune-up? Nobody's going to be buying into it no more. Nobody believes the fight is next. If you go in there with Avenesian and, you know what I'm saying, like, it could go either way or whatever it is, or you don't look your best, or you get put down like you did against Green Beans, people are not going to believe you no more, man. So he's got a lot riding on this fight, and it's a good point with Amnesia. Um, he's got nothing to lose and everything to gain in this fight. And there's no drug testing. So I'm not saying, just like Art said, I'm not saying that he will be juiced up to the gills, but I am saying that you're going to probably see the best version of Amnesia that you've seen. Now, to be fair, nobody really has watched Amnesia before, so we don't have really anything to put it up against. But yeah, Jason, you're absolutely right. Bud fans will make excuses, 100,000%. They already are, as a matter of fact. They always make excuses about everything. You know, they wanted to say that he needed a tune-up. He had to fight before the end of the year when the fight would have been 58 days of difference. I think 56 or 58 days difference between the proposed fight in 2023 and this one now. They're all about excuses, man. You know, Bud fans, let's talk about Bud fans really quick, man. Y'all got to get back into reality with the rest of us and be the people that want to see the biggest fights. And I'm going to give you an example. Tank. Tank is one of my two favorite fighters. I want to see Tank in the ring with Haney and Shakur. I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, da da da, it's all good. Tank getting money, blah, blah. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, I want to see them get in the ring. So after these two Garcia fights, like Tank said, let's make the fight. I'm going to hold him to that. Bud fans, y'all need to do the same thing with Bud. Stop telling us that Amnesia is better than Keith Thurman and all this stuff. None of that makes any sense. You can't convince stupid people that it's raining when you spit on them. We are not dummies. You feel me? We're not going for it. So understand, at the end of the day, we want to see Bud in there with quality fighters, not on random apps that nobody has a link to and shit like that. And we got to sit here and scope it out while he's over there hiding in Omaha, bro. We want to see the best fight the best, man. But with that being said, I don't think that this fight is ever going to happen. I will remain adamant on that. I think it's another ploy from Bud to get more money out of Spencer's name by being attached to it, and he'll go on and either retire or fight some other random person on BLK Prime like Adrian Broner or Regis Prograis. That's just my personal opinion. These niggas is off kilter. They not on their square, you know. So that's it. The only guy that don't want the fight is Al. Hold his feet to the fire. So Bud wants the fight, and he agreed to all the terms, but he didn't sign the contract. But you still believe that Bud wants the fight. The reason Al don't want the fight, quote unquote, is because Bud has his name affiliated with a certain individual that we all know is wanted overseas and is one of the most wanted gangsters in all of Europe. And America wants him too. That's the reason why he didn't really want the fight, because he didn't want his name attached to that. He don't want his name being pulled up in any sort of evidence or court hearings, and he don't want to have to be subpoenaed and go up on the stand. Because any upstanding businessman in America would not want that. So we holding Bud feet to the fire, and BLK or any group app is the key to cutting out the middleman, and both fighters get paid. Oh God, bro. Listen. Any random app that's popping up and pump faking and giving you crazy offers like, oh, we want to give you 20 million a piece for this fight. Da, da, da. You can't trust them. There's this thing in practice that's called it. They call it good practice. But you have to do thorough research and find out the history of any company. If you look at BOK Prime, they have no history in the sport. They don't have the infrastructure to hold a fight of that capacity. So why in the world would anybody go be like, yeah, let's go the Marv Nation or BLK Prime to host one of the biggest fights of the last 10 years? That just doesn't make any sense. So people act like that. I know, Jason. I know, man. Listen. They don't want to understand. That's the thing. They not acting like it. They don't want to understand because some people are man fans. That's the problem. People aren't fans of boxing. They're fans of men. You know what I'm saying? Like listen, it's all been laid out. We've gone over this 1,000 times. Bud agreed to all the terms of a contract that he didn't sign. He took all the raw deal. He still didn't sign it. He wanted the fight so bad. He's been wanting this fight for 5 years. When he had the opportunity to sign the contract, he didn't sign it. But Bud still wants the fight. Like, that's what they want us to believe. Anybody with a
Yeah.
brain
How do you
knows
agree?
the exact opposite is true.
How do you agree and don't sign the fight? That don't make no fucking sense to me. Like any logical person will say, man, so what did you agree on? What did you agree
This is
on?
what I'm saying.
And
It's
then okay,
simple. It's
there's
basic.
this guy, there's this guy, there's this guy on Facebook that I'm always debating. His name's Marquise. This guy says that what would you rather do? Would you rather take 10 million up front, which is now 5 million up front, or a 35% and no guarantee? No, 35%, but no guarantee up front money. What would you take?
Obviously, you take the 35% with no guarantee. 35% covers so much. Do you know how many different streams of income, 35 streams of revenue, I should say, gross revenue that you're getting from 35%?
What? And I'm telling this guy. He said, "No, of course I'll take the 10 million up front. Duh." And I'm like, "Bro, are
Oh
you
my God.
stupid? Because 35%. What is? Imagine 35% of an $80 million fight.
Thank you.
You fucking idiot."
If Al was a bad guy, if he was like Shiesty, he could have just put the ski mask on and gave him the 10 million and let Errol pick up a 60, $70 million bag at the end of the fight. But he didn't do that. And they still want to blame Al for this. Al is a nice guy, all things considered. Let's be real. He's stand up. You feel me? Because Bud, people 10 million, that's crazy. It's crazy. He didn't sign because Al didn't show the books. Okay, all right. Okay. In order to see the books of a fight, the books, what you're talking about, which is all the different fees that you're paying for with a fight as a promotional company, you need to have a promotional company yourself and have the infrastructure set up to show I can contribute to hosting this event, creating this fight. Bud has no history of that. He has no company. Like Jason said in the chat, these are shell companies for tax purposes. You put your house, your car under this company's name, so that way when you file for taxes and stuff, you can bring those numbers down. That's all it is. There is no infrastructure. There is no what is it called, Bud Crawford promotional company or whatever it's called that's hosting any fights. Let's just come on, man. Yes, you do, Jeremy. Yes, you do. You have to understand. Yes, you do. Because otherwise, you have nothing in the game for me to sit here and be
Hey,
like, yo, let me show you the books.
hey, they funny as hell on Twitter, y'all. On Twitter, they got there y'all can't see it, but they got Bud. They basically cropped Bud's picture of what Regis Progress said today on Twitter, and it says, "I deposited my first check Monday while I was in Omaha. The bank, the bank emailed me and said the check bounced. BLK Prime better find out what's going on."
I'm telling you, them PPP loans,
And they
man,
just said, "Nigga,
it's
that's
gonna
what's
be
gonna happen in the
Bud versus
future,
the U.S. government.
man." And
Damn,
Bud,
man,
and
that's
what makes it
crazy.
sad is like bro, but you still black at the end of the day, nigga. If this shit go down, nigga, your ass getting locked up first.
Facts. That's the
You know what I'm
problem.
saying? Like, come on,
Yo,
bro. And
and
then
these
he go
dumb
to
niggas.
look.
Go ahead, man. My
I
fault.
swear to God, if I was even an Errol Spence or a Bud fans, fucking anything like that, if somebody was just presenting both of the stories to me, or just matter of fact, if somebody was presenting those tweets that they tweeted to each other, when Bud said that he don't want to tell me who the investors are, but we should meet up with them. Right then and there, I would have said, "Wait, hold on, this guy is fucking
Sound you
crazy.
trying
What are you
sound
talking
like you
about?"
trying to line me. That's what it
Well,
sound like. It sound
that's
like you trying to line me. Fucking crazy. You want me to meet up with a random stranger off your word? You crazy as
bro.
fuck, bro.
And if you told me that this guy is his name is linked to a known wanted mob boss who is known for money laundering, and he tell me you don't want to tell me who the investors are, but we should meet up, bro. What if we meet up with this nigga and this nigga fucking
Man,
tie me up and give me fucking ultimatums like, yeah, nigga, we got your family. You know what I'm saying? You better sign this contract now, type shit on some
that's
good
what I'm
night
saying.
TV type shit. Like, what type of stupid
Word.
shit is this, nigga? Come on,
Art
bro.
man, just think about it like this. Like you said, imagine if we weren't both fans and somebody told you this story. I am about to go with a promotional company that I met at a 7-Eleven and I signed a contract and they're gonna give me a fight. Or I could go with a guy who's been in the business of creating big events for over 40 years, who's put on tours for Beyonce, Michael Jackson, and Jay-Z and Drake and all them. Who are you gonna go with? Are you gonna go with the established guy or the nigga that you met drinking a slushy at 7-Eleven? Like, let's just be real. Let's just be real.
Said if you're a boss, bring your lawyers. I bring mine. That's simple. But nigga, why can't you tell me and my lawyer over Zoom, nigga, who the fucking investors are?
Right. What's
What
the
the
big
fuck?
deal if they like so reputable? What's the problem?
Shit just not adding
See,
up,
this is
man.
what we're talking about, Art, though. This is what we're talking about. These people want to play stupid. Jeremy, Jeremy Brown, bro, I think you know that what you saying don't make any sense. And you kind of just wasting our time on purpose or whatever. I think it's funny, but I do think you know deep down. Like, come on, man. What you saying don't make any sense. I guess Devin Haney don't see the books either. Oh, Jesus Christ. Devin
So
Haney did not have the leverage. I don't even want to get into it.
I said, I guess Devin Haney don't see the books either. And you know what's crazy? I'm glad that you brought that up because that wasn't even a problem. Because Errol Spence said, nigga, we did allow that shit. So post the draft so that everybody can see it.
Right.
And guess what? He did not post the draft. And he
No,
didn't
he
deny.
didn't.
He didn't deny after Errol Spence tweeted that, nigga, he didn't deny because, in the Ali Act, that's one of the things that you can't do. And she really
It's
read
called right to disclosure. Okay. After you get your pay, you get the billable items for the event. So you see how much is being contributed to what. Okay. So if there's any discrepancy where you think that the money doesn't line up, you can take them to court. That's very simple. Pretending like there's like some sort of transparency issue here is pretty naive at best. I'm going to say naive. On the other hand, I think they just building up excuses. You shouldn't need leverage to see the fucking books, clowns. Um, you should have to put money in the pot to see the books. Let's put it like this, man. If we all go into a vacation, right, or something like that, like let's say you know, us and the families, we getting together and we like, yo, let's go to Mexico or something. I don't know. Boom. Let's go to Washington D.C. See the African American History Museum or some shit. And I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm gonna go. It's gonna cost like $3,000 or whatever. And I put in 1,000. Artman put in 1,000. D Hop put in 1,000. And Jeremy, you put in nothing. How much leverage do you think you gonna have telling us where we gonna go during this trip?
exactly.
Nobody else is listening to you. That's the point. Bud's putting up nothing for this man. He's
What I
bringing
don't
nothing to the
like,
table.
what I don't like is how folks really sit back and make it seem like Al Heyman's just some evil mastermind Negro who's just holding on
Right.
to every little penny. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give Bud the worst deal ever to protect Errol Spence." Like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? So he been doing legitimate business with everybody else, but when it comes to Bud Crawford, he becomes this evil villain. How you
Exact,
gonna
exactly. In
nigga,
fact, he's doing the exact opposite.
they'll literally say Al Heyman's the fucking devil and say, damn, Caleb Plant versus Canelo was a fucking great fight. Come on now, make it make sense. How can you hate on this man? And then when your favorite fighters are fighting with him, you're saying, oh, everything's on the up and up then. Come on now, open your eyes to what's going on. It seems like Bud is the problem. How Bob Arum and Al Heyman can't make this fight? Everybody wrong but you.
Right. Listen, it's always everybody else's fault. You got to understand. Bud is the victim. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when Cameron Duncan was with him, Cameron Duncan did him dirty. You know, when Bob Arum was with him, he sued him. He did him dirty. And then Bud said in an interview recently that Top Rank was the best promotion by far to sign with, um, out of all of them, even though he sued them for racial discrimination and all these other things. $900,000
You
not
know
being so
why?
paid to him. It's
You
like,
know
all
why
right,
he liked them? Because stupidly these motherfuckers put up all this money up front for him to fight. It wasn't getting anything in return. So now, now it kind of makes sense what Bob Arum was saying. Like, yeah, I could have bought a house with all the money I was giving him. Because he was giving him money and these fights wasn't making anything back. What pay-per-view fight
right.
Buzz had? That
You
was a
also
success.
listen, Art man. None, zero. Matter of fact, your most successful pay per view was with another PBC fighter who fought Errol Spence, so he had that little bit of clout over him, and y'all did a whopping 135,000 buys at best, reported numbers at best. Okay, so I mean, listen, is what it is, man. Jeremy Brown, you also have the right to allocate certain things when you're getting at 35% of the total gross. If it's not a big deal, why not show him what he needs? So you think that Bud during his camp should be writing off on every single expenditure that goes on during this event? So like what type of flight paid, the hotel fee, stipend, all this stuff. So you think a person that didn't even sign a contract to fight Kell Brook on time for it to be properly promoted should have the right, and also, by the way, just held negotiations on and on and on until the fight can happen for a year, should have the right to be signing off on things that are timely, that need to be at a certain time for the biggest fight, again, one of the biggest fights of the last 10 years. Make that make sense. What event promoter would ever do that?
Bro, 35% of a 50, $60 million fight. But these people saying no. And then Bud fans will tell you, ain't nobody buying pay-per-views anyway, so that's the fight ain't gonna make no money. I'm like, bro, so you don't even believe in Errol Spence versus Crawford? You don't believe in
Right.
Crawford?
They don't believe in Bud. You want to know what it is, Art? They don't buy pay per views themselves. These people don't buy pay per views, so they don't believe in it. Me, I buy pay per views. For me, I cop them. So I think that the fight will do really well, especially with a window to promote the fight. Um, Again, these are the same people that will be in your DMs asking for pay per view links all the time, no matter what.
I
No, I
think
didn't say he had the much say, but he had the right to see where the money going before he signed. That's good business. Do you know what allocate means? You use the word allocate. Look up the definition of the word allocate and then read back what you just said to me. No, I didn't say he had that much say. That's literally what asking to sign off on expenditures and expenses is.
dude, I fuck with Bud in the ring, but it's like my nigga, the business just doesn't look right. And now we have fighters talking about their checks ain't clearing. And Bud, did y'all hear Bud said, "Oh, I got half now," and they said they should be giving me the money a couple days before the fight. Should be, huh? I don't know about should be in a time like fucking this. You know what I'm saying? That is some crazy shit. He needs to check up on that shit.
Word.
What you think about that, Cozy?
So nigga, say it again. You broke up on me.
Motherfucking Bud said that they should be giving him the rest of the money sometime this week.
Oh
Yeah,
Lord.
should
Listen,
be.
you know it's real. You know that's real funny. What's funny about all of that is money was a big issue to him in this fight. Apparently, he just wanted to be treated fairly. That's what he said. One of his homies said that he needed to be at a place where they know how to treat a champion. Well, let's just hope that they know how to treat a champion over there at BLK Prime by paying a champion. Because
Man,
I
I'm
know
about,
Al
I'm
Heyman
about
checks
to
be
get out of
clearing.
here. I'm about to get out of here because I'm gonna hit this gym real quick. But one thing's for sure is December 10th. That is Judgment Day. Because man, oh man, boxing from right now, it might be completely changed after that day. So we'll see. We'll see. But anything you gotta say, Cozy, before we get out of here?
Yeah, the last thing I want to say is Jeremy Brown. You have to understand what you're saying, bro. I just want to encourage you to look up words before you type. And this is not me trying to be insulting. I'm being serious because there's a lot of misinformation and misunderstanding that goes on
Say, hold
in
on,
our
did we miss live? You
community.
know what? You know what? Hold on, D Hive. Get in here real quick before we get off. Hop on real
Please,
quick.
yeah, D-Hop.
No, we're
There's a
gonna keep
lot
this
of
shit.
miscommunication and
We're
misunderstanding in
gonna
our
keep this shit
community.
running.
You feel me? I'm tired of it. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you're
I got.
asking to sign off on all expenses. He had the right to see where the money going before he signed. That's good business. So he needs to. Oh man! Wow! Wow! Oh wow! You realize these things are kind of like living and breathing. So there is a budget, but sometimes these things get uh sometimes these things change on the fly due to circumstance. So he would have to be constantly signing off on things during camp, bro. It's not a good thing for even Bud.
Jeremy, send me a message on social media.
We not being slick,
No,
Jeremy.
come
You
on,
just
come
not
on.
saying things
If
that
you gonna
make
come on with
sense.
nah,
All
we
right?
trying to keep it respectful. We ain't calling out your name and nothing like that.
Yeah. We just trying to break it down to you. You feel me? Because you're saying like he should be able to sign off on stuff. And it's like, no, you're not. You don't have a promotional company to do that. You got no leverage in the game. You feel me? That's all. But please come on so we can chop it up. I want to hear. Maybe the way you was typing is different than what you meant to say. Like if you're gonna speak it, and that's fine because that happened to all of us.
Yeah. Shit, hold on. Where this nigga D have at? Oh, he said stand by. But yeah, Bud Crawford, dude, it's like bad. Like people really think somebody posted a fucking meme talking about Errol Spence ducking. I'm like, bro, with all this shit going on, nigga, you gotta be a super hater to not see this shit. Because even diehard Bud fans are
Gotta
telling
be.
me right now, I ain't gonna lie, Bud is looking real crazy in the light. People
Absolutely, man.
who like Bud, people who bought, nigga, people who bought Bud Illustrated t-shirts for me are telling me, hey man, I understand Bud looking crazy right now. He should have just fought Spence. I don't know what he doing fighting Evanesia for $40. If he just would have kept it solid, like, hey man, I need a tune up before I fight Spence. Maybe I'll spin a block on him. I've been out the ring for a little minute. Let me just get this out the way. Plus, I'm getting the bag, and then we can fight in February or March.
Word.
Shit like
But
that.
my thing is with that art too,
Why?
is like, bro, you could have did that in April when y'all first began talking, so that way you could have got your fight in this year earlier, so we could have still had the fight in February. You feel me?
Somebody was like, yeah, Bud wanted to fight this year, so Errol Spence and them, they prolonged the fight. It's like, bro, he could have did both, nigga. What are you talking about? Just like Javante, and the whole Javante Davis versus Ryan Garcia is really making Bud look bad too, because it's like, damn, we just seen how both niggas say they got a fight lined up, and then they're gonna fight each other afterwards. Why the fuck you couldn't do that with Errol Spence, nigga?
Yeah. That's what I'm
Maybe
saying.
this one
Bro,
fight, bro.
only one side said, I'm cool with all the terms. I want these niggas to get up here, man. I gotta hear them talk, man. You feel me? I want to see.
I'm sending Jeremy a link right now so y'all can chop it up.
Bet. Yeah. I just want to hear. Maybe listen. Maybe it's a misunderstanding, and he's saying something where it's like, okay, Bud deserves. Um, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I want to hear, because he's saying he wasn't saying what he said or whatever. I think. But
He about to hop on.
yeah. Bet. But yeah, speaking of Tank real quick, I want to see Tank versus Devin Haney, and I think I told you this, and I told D Hop this. Tank is one of my favorite fighters, but I'm not one of these people who's going to sit here and make excuses for him if he don't fight them after the Garcia fights. I see the play for the bag, but it's time to get to the real money. For me, it's time to get to the real legacy, I should say.
Yeah,
Fighting
real
Dev and
legacy
Shakur and
fight
stuff like
because
that.
like, and then you know what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking that she could play his game, like, because what if he goes in there with Devin Haney and them, and it's not the same. He's so used to fighting Mexicans, so when he fights a guy like Devin Haney, it's challenging. Next thing you know, it's like the
Absolutely
fucking
could happen.
12th round, and you down and out, and this nigga still got fresh energy, and he's avoiding all your punches. Then what? Because you're so
That's
used to playing
exactly what could
bull in
happen.
the Matador situation.
Then he shit out of luck and he taking an L. You feel
All
me?
your trainers
So
is teaching you to punch down. I mean, not punch down, but uh, training you to fight against niggas who's putting the pressure on you, trying to pressure
yeah,
you. What
yeah.
about somebody that's trying to fucking box you the smart way? Somebody that's popping that jab out. I
Shit,
don't know,
man.
man.
That and you got to think too. He's 28. Now we younger than the previous generations. You feel me? But still, he's 28 years old. He's not getting any younger. Dev, 23, 24. He about to really hit his prime. So, if you're gonna catch him, you better
But
catch him now too.
I'm gonna keep it 100, yo. I'm 28 or 27, about to be 28, and I actually feel like I'm in my physical prime.
So do I.
Javante could be feeling like that too. Like, nigga, I'm a grown man out here, and this nigga's still a kid. I
Yeah.
got my man strength. I can knock this nigga the fuck out. Both of these little niggas. What the fuck?
That's what he should be feeling like. To
Yeah,
me,
exactly. Like, nigga, I'm grown out here. These niggas is little niggas. I beat these little niggas' asses. That's what the fuck he should be on.
my
For
nigga,
real. Fuck
how
this
I
Ryan
feel about
Garcia fight.
nah, listen. All right. The Garcia fight is for the bag. I get it. But I feel like as a Tank fan, I feel like he should be feeling like, yeah, I'm gonna step on these little niggas too. Right after that, I got my bag. Now I built up this fight so where it can be as big as possible when I fight Dev or Shakur, and I'm gonna step on these niggas because they can't touch me. You feel me? That's how he should be feeling. I don't know if he is or
Exactly. But I
isn't.
mean, he did keep it. He did keep it. You know, in this interview, he was telling like, yeah, man, I want to fight these niggas, but it's like you had a lot of chances to fight these niggas and you kind of
Yeah,
didn't.
man.
So it kind of makes you look bad. But then again, it's like, well, you still got time to fight them because after Devin Haney knock off Lomachenko and you knock off fucking the two Garcias, shit, that shit can happen 2020, early 2024 or even 2023.
Late 2023, bro. If the fight's supposed to be in April, the Ryan fight I'm talking about, then you could fight Dev in September. You can
Facts.
fight. You know what I'm saying?
You
Like
can
it's
fight Dev in
simple. Set it
November.
up.
You can fight Dev in December.
Thank you. You can fight on your birthday because I think I just looked this up the other day because they was talking about ages or something like that on another show I was watching, and they birthdays is both in November. Fight on your birthday month right before Thanksgiving. Simple. You feel me?
Facts.
Line it up.
Bro, can you imagine a fucking Devin Haney versus Gervonta Davis build up and they showing like footage from when these niggas was kids and shit grown into boxing? Man, that's some Creed shit. Like that's the type of shit
Yes.
I want to see. That type of shit. I want to see brothers fight. Cause man,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying? I'm tired of seeing motherfucking. Yes, I understand we can whoop on these dudes, but yeah, let's play some real ball, nigga. Let's real niggas. Let's make this
Facts.
money together. Let's make something happen for our culture.
Nigga, think about it this, bro. When the Four Kings was back in the 80s, it was Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler, and Roberto Duran. Three of them was black Americans. The best fight people say ever was Tommy Hearns versus Marvin Hagler. Two black Americans lining it up because you know what it is. It's skill versus skill, athleticism versus athleticism,
Athleticism,
speed versus speed. You feel what I'm saying? So
IQ versus
yeah,
IQ,
absolutely.
hunger versus hunger, heart versus heart. It's like the two fucking them fights is like the two niggas in the hood that you know can scrap and they about to fight.
Word.
You
East
know,
Coast versus West Coast. That's
close.
Oakland versus Baltimore.
Exactly.
You
But these
feel
niggas
me?
ain't here.
Like,
But I sent that link out to everybody. Niggas ain't responding, so I'm about to get up out of here.
I bet, bro.
All right, y'all stay up.
Yes, stay up.